Today we're going to take a look at the ANL fuse holder for Bulldog Winch Off-Road Winches. This is going to work for 0 to 4 gauge wire and 300 to 400 amp fuses. Now this is going to be a permanent mount to your vehicle's battery, either on your Jeep or truck or wherever you plan on using that off-road winch. This is going to be the holder that lets you have that ANL fuse, which is going to be a higher amp fuse than normal. It's going to have this nice clear housing, so you'll be able to see if that fuse has blown and if you need to change it out. It's also going to have some rubber grommets to keep that fuse protected, so you don't have to worry about any dirt or debris getting in there and causing any damage or corrosion to that. The way to get the fuse attached is to unthread the end, pull out the little metal portion, and then you're going to attach the wire on the round end by undoing the set screw there, and the fuse is going to mount on the other side with that sort of semicircle spot, and the end of the fuse will just thread on, or will sit underneath that threaded bolt there. Do the same thing on the other side, unthread it, put your fuse through, and it's going to sit suspended between those two bolts on the inside. Now this does not come with the fuses, but they should look something like this. So that fuse is going to sit inside there, go underneath that bolt if it was loosened up, and then the other one will slide underneath the bolt on this side. Another thing that you'll also need to provide for yourself is a 5mm hex key to loosen the set screws to get everything installed there. It does not come with that hex key, but you do need it to get everything in place. It's going to have a little rubber grommet for the wire to pass through on the outside of either side of our holder. So it just sits there and snugs up against that metal portion where our wire is going to sit. This also requires 1/8" screws to mount this. You'll need 4 in total. Those are also not provided, so you'll have to pick those up as well. As far as the measurements with this holder, it's going to be about 5 3/4 inches long by about 1.5 inches in diameter. The mounting holes are going to be about 2 inches apart, center on center, in either direction, and they'll be about 2.5 inches in overall width. And that's going to do it for our look at the ANL fuse holder for Bulldog Off-Road Winches for 4 to 0 gauge wire and 300 to 400 amp fuses.